Now, you and Hermitage Capital are accusing the Russian government of stealing $230 million and your businesses. Can you explain briefly to us what happened exactly?
Sure. Very simply, back in 2007, the police raided our offices, took away all of our corporate documents for our Russian companies, and then all of a sudden those documents were used to steal our companies. Then in a very complicated scheme, they then used those companies to apply for a tax refund to get back $230 million of taxes that we had paid 2 years earlier. So they didn't steal the money from me, but they stole it from themselves, essentially, from the Russian government, which is the most amazing thing.
So you think that it's really at the top of government that's doing this, that government officials Hermitage was once the biggest investor in Russia with $4 billion under management. You're suspecting that the highest levels of government are involved.
Well, the thing that makes me think that is that the $230 million tax refund that these criminals got was given to them in 2 days after they applied for it. So, how can you get a $230 million tax refund unless you got someone real high up covering for you? And so this is one of these things that's so amazing, you can't even imagine it. And so we made a YouTube video to try to get the story out because none of the Russian papers they were all too scared to write about it.
Are you scared? I mean, do you fear for your own life?
Well, I'll tell you what happened was after we discovered this whole thing, we ended up hiring 4 different law firms to help us get through it and figure out what was going on and write criminal complaints. And you know what the Russian police did? The police who were involved in the crime, they went out and tried to arrest all the lawyers. I had to get most of them out of the country, but one of them wasn't lucky enough, and he's been sitting in jail now for 11 months. A 35-year-old father of 2, Sergei Magnitsky, sitting in jail because he had the audacity to testify against the police in Russia.